Okay, Betty, what's your stance on the student walkout and also gun violence, and what can we do to help save lives?
Well, I'm inspired by the school walkouts. I say more power to those young people, and they're exemplary, and we should be inspired by them, all of us, to become more active in the issues that we care deeply about.
I think it's a really good idea to try to get students' opinions out there, because I know nobody want to go to school and just worry about whether they're gonna live, go home, or be shot, and that's like a powerful statement. And I think it should be more on like on things about weapons, not like saying ban it, but put like restrictions on it. More background checks, check on the person, and yeah, pretty much that's about it.
Do you think assault weapons should be banned?
I don't think it should be, but I don't think someone who is unstable should be able to own one. If their intent is to use it for harm.
I think that the walkout got a lot of attention. I feel like the walkout should have been more, though, focused on maybe not gun violence, because I think gun violence is an issue, but guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. And I think there should be more of a focus on what's causing these kids and adults to go in and shoot up schools.
How could that situation be rectified?
I think we really need to focus on bullying and on mental health issues in our youth especially. I'm a teacher, by the way, so.
Do you think teachers should be armed?
I don't think so. I do know in high school I had a teacher who carried a knife. I mean, I guess if a teacher feels comfortable being armed, but like I personally don't feel comfortable having a gun. I know our school has been working a lot on making the school itself safer, so we've put in bulletproof glass, we've put in safety bars that can lock our classroom. We've been going through training on how to handle an active shooter situation.
I know from the school shootings, I know we have tons of gun violence going on. From you guys' opinion, both opinions, what can we do to stop gun violence from happening in this country?
Well, our response to that would be that the heart of people has to be changed to change violence, and we believe that to change the heart of people, that takes God, and God has sent Jesus, His Son, to change our hearts and to change our lives. It's God who calls us to love one another, and so that would be our foremost thought is to share the gospel with people, to change gun violence.
There was a student walkout and protesting against gun violence. What are you and your family doing to keep you and your kids and your family safe at home, and teaching your kids about how to be safe?
Well, I guess I haven't done as much as I probably should have. In the wake of Parkland, we talked about what do you do at school if something were to happen, and they have procedures in place. I felt pretty comfortable. The kids were well educated as to what to do in the event of an emergency at school. The schools, definitely, our schools have invested in a lot of infrastructure to keep the wrong people out, so I feel pretty confident that that's happening as well. We don't have guns in our house, so I guess we're not worried about too much gun violence in our house.
Have more security at the door, more security inside of the school, or you can have a district police standing there and make sure that the kids are safe or something.
Do you think that assault weapons should be banned?
I don't understand what practical use assault weapons have for people on the street. So an outright ban, I don't know. I feel like that's sort of unlikely, but I think that it would be good to work toward that, yeah.
Do you think assault weapons should be banned?
I do. Yeah, I don't see a reason to have that many. Like, I don't see a reason. And I'm from Wisconsin where we hunt. We don't need, we don't need guns that can shoot hundreds of bullets in a matter of minutes.
As a teacher, what steps can we take to help ensure student safety?
I think you need to be aware. You need to teach your kids, especially, that they need to listen to the adults in the room. Our district is going through it's this training called Alice training, where we're learning to be alert and how to react in the case that there was an active shooter. We actually just recently went through a training where we actually were shot at with airsoft pistols. So I mean, there weren't real bullets, but just going through that training as a teacher, I now feel more comfortable knowing what to do. You can't hide in the corner. It's not going to work.
Do you see any conflict with Second Amendment rights?
I do not. I think it's no. I don't really see anything. So.
Are you a Second Amendment believer in the Second Amendment too?
Yeah, I believe in the Second Amendment, but like I said, it's some things that should be restricted in that amendment. Like I said, I don't think anybody under the age 21 should be able to own an assault rifle, anyways, because anybody under the age 21 should own an assault rifle. Should not. They're too young, and this just setting like a bad example. And two, if you going through things in life and you think that's just a way to cope, you shouldn't own it. Like, you should probably seek out help and do what you can cope with all the problems that are going on with you, and make sure you are well and for the safety of yourself and others. And so stuff like what happened in Florida doesn't happen ever again. And I think what the students are doing now, protesting, it's a good idea to get Congress to notice, that they're tired of all the violence, all this mass shooting that's going on, and hopefully their voices get heard. And don't want nobody going through that, or I don't want my future child to go through that. And just hope it's like a safe road down in the future.
And from your own opinion, what can we do to help a safe student life to make sure the next shooting doesn't happen? What do you think that teachers, faculty in schools, security, and students can do? And also parents as well.
Well, I'm not sure, because there are so many guns, and there are, people have a lot of freedom in this country. And I don't think the answer is giving teachers guns. I don't think more guns are the answer.
How can you be proactive, though, not just reactive?
I think just informing kids, looking for those kids who are having issues, looking for those adults, being aware of your surroundings. I speak in kids just because I'm working with the kids, knowing which kids need your help, and getting them that help, not just saying, oh, they're just, going through something right now, but getting them the help that they need so that they don't end up being a shooter someday.
The thought is this, that we are not good, we are not together, and we need God to radically change our hearts. And so if we approach this world thinking that we are good and together, and we start on a platform that's just not with reality, in my opinion. And so to teach our kids, what we need to teach is that people have value because God has given them value, and but people need to have a radical heart transformation, and so they need to come to a place where they turn away from rebelling against God and trusting on the Savior. as they begin to walk with Jesus, they're going to start acting like Jesus, where they love one another. They're going to have a real problem with violence. They're going to have a real problem with that, and because he does. He has a problem with violence. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
I think a lot of rules in this country need to change. I'm for military-style weapons bans. I'm for universal background checks. I don't think it's fair that people are the gun violence is taking 10,000 people's lives a year. Whether it's in schools or whether it's in somebody's home or just indiscriminately on the street. So I'm all for increased regulation.